Hey nature lovers, Ian here, and you're watching Atkins Nature Aquariums. We're going to check out this 45-gallon reef tank and enjoy the video. Alright, so let's get into it. This tank is the Waterbox 45.2 Marine all-in-one, so it's got the back chambers and as well is drilled for a sump at the bottom. So it's a pretty versatile little tank. And yeah, it's run with an AI Prime. It's got a Nero 3 in the back here. But yeah, right now I am dealing with a little bit of cyano, but you know, I think we all deal with that. Ebbs and flows, you know? But yeah, the way I'm tackling it is just taking it out with a water change. And over time, it will go away. This ain't my first battle with cyano. But yep, you might notice the tank is looking a hell of a lot different than last time. It had that big, like, dome, like, big cave, and then a big mess of Aptasia and Palithoas. So I got rid of them, not entirely, but I got some frags up here on a rack, as well as a Kenya tree that I found in there. I thought I got rid of it all, but that should be the last of the Kenya tree. Might pop up again, but that's the beauty of Kenya tree. So yeah, I do like the scape a lot more. There's like little overhangs and a bunch of little caves for the fish to go into. Yeah, give you a rundown on what is going on in the sump. So in here, it's really just well, we should start from the beginning. We're getting ahead of ourselves here, okay? Never said I was perfect YouTuber, so take it along, shaky cam and all. But yeah, we got our powder blue tang. It's probably the most well-behaved powder blue you'll ever see. And yeah, he doesn't get ick, he doesn't starve, he doesn't need to be fed. Yeah, he's pretty cool. So yeah, I got this Red Sea mesh top on there with the Neat Aquatics feeding portal. Makes it super easy, so I don't have to take it off every day to feed. I only really take it off to do maintenance, you know? So that this keeps my hands out of the tank and keeps my fish in the tank. So I really like that, but we'll take it off here, and I need 2 hands for that. Alright, so there it is. So yeah, don't use no filter socks, it's just some floss, cut to fit, you know. I change one side out every now and again, so that's how I do it. Got the heater and the nut compartment with the sensor for the inkbird is in the sump. So it kind of, I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but that's how I'm doing it right now. And yeah, that's my new control board that I made out of server rack parts. So yeah, then it just drains into the sump. I can move that. Boom. And you can see I finally added some strip lights down here, because that middle one don't work for shit. But these had good reviews, and they're completely movable, so I can, like, if I really need to get in there, I can do it, recharge them. So yeah, that's cool. Kind of did a little bit of wire management. Not the best work I've done, but you know, it's up and out of the way. We did add a Kamor F1 Wi-Fi doser and it's just dosing Alpha Reef about 5 mils per day, and that seems to be working for me so far. The auto top off. I would have drilled it for a float, but I don't know if you guys can see how much room I got in there. There ain't a whole lot of room for a float switch, so yeah. I'm not going with the float switch, but sump, really clean. There's no biomedia, there's no bio blocks, there's just the protein skimmer and auto top off and return pump and a doser for all your calcium and alkalinity, magnesium, trace elements, Alpha Reef. You know, can't be simpler than that. And you can see all the cool little sponges. Pineapple sponges, this weird looking sponge. There's another little sponge growing in this little pile of Purigen that I left in there. That's the only biological filtration in the sump. That little bit. And there is a lot of life in there, I'll tell you that. You know? So yeah, protein skimmer's running good. I cleaned it yesterday, and that's about, well, I cleaned it last night, so that's almost 24 hours of skimming. And I had it off for a pretty significant amount of time today while I was doing some maintenance. So you can see the sump is a little off, but that'll be alright. That'll be alright. So yeah, it's really simple. Got my main siphon drain, that's under full siphon, kinda. And emergency drain, then soft plumb return, you know. And I love that the Waterbox does 45s, no 90s, and yeah. I do need to replace these, I think. I picked this tank up used, and these, you know, they work, but they're a little rusty dusty, so we'll change those out here soon enough. And these are all the stickers I picked up so far. So yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Alright. And all you guys with an Apex, you know, it might be super easy for you guys, but I can just go skimmer, auto top off, Inkbird, turn pump. And then all I'm keeping on is the Kimura, the AI Prime, and the Nero. I can get a good top-down look at my cyano and some of the new corals I got. Excited to see them. But yeah, a lot of cyano. I really got to take care of that. If it doesn't die down pretty soon, I might try ChemiClean, but I really want that to be my last resort. So I'll just keep doing what I can, siphoning the sand bed. And I do believe the sand bed is just acting as a sink for this stuff, or just like, I don't know, a little aquifer of nutrients for the cyano to leach from, because every time I siphon it, it's just a bunch of gunk. So I'm thinking maybe we rip out the sand bed, you know? I think that might be a good play to do, because it's just like, it's mainly on the sand bed, a little bit on the rocks, but I blast that off pretty easily. And yeah. Let's get into some of the livestock though. Let's go with fish. We got the two clownsfish. We started it off. And we got these from 503 Aquatics, Shanna. If you're watching this, these guys are so awesome, and they are really bitey too. They love to bite me. And I think they're gonna breed soon, because they like to go over here and they like do this little shimmy shimmy dance. So I'm really excited about that, but also kind of scared, because if I know anything about freshwater fish that are aggressive when they breed, they get extra aggressive. So I imagine these guys will be extra aggressive. So I kind of want to get them off into their own tank. Either maybe the 10-gallon upstairs, or something a little bigger. But a simple breeding setup, that would be cool. Just let them be happy and lay eggs and be little jerks to each other. Because they are little jerks to the other fish, kinda. Especially to the royal grandma. Yeah, I got a cool little top-down view. Yeah, we got the royal grandma. Speaking of, biota captive bred. And also from biota is my little mandarin. This guy has grown so much. He's got a little belly on him. He's not, excuse me, he's not super fat, but he's not wasting away, and he's growing, so that's a good sign. And he's super pretty. And for wild caught fish, we have a tail spot blenny for that character. And he just looks really cool, but his character is just super funny. But he has been tagging that Duncan lately, so it's just ultra pissed off. And he's also starting to tag my alveopora. I got a little clip of that. I'll show. I don't know if he's eaten the alveopora or if he's eaten something on the alveopora or the Duncan, but you know, he seems to be hitting it pretty hard. And then last but not least, the latest addition is the yellow-banded possum wrasse. Oh my god, isn't he cute? And this is Kat's favorite fish. I think every tank needs at least a wrasse and a blenny. Because they just add some cool movement and character to your tank. Clownfish, they're awesome, but the other little nanofish I don't think get enough love. And they're really cool. And you know, some people say the blennies, the Encisis genus, are algae eaters, and they do eat algae, but I wouldn't add them to your tank as a cleanup crew. I would add them to your tank as a pet you want to keep for the rest of its life, and keep it happy, keep it fat. Let it have a bunch of little areas to roam around. So yeah, that's all the fish. I don't think I'm going to add any more. I do need to get like an actual algae eater in here, like an urchin. And I really don't want to do this, but if I can't find the right size urchin I want, then a small bristletooth tang. But I'm really against putting tangs in small tanks, even if they are, you know, $50 size. They still got to grow up, and then you got to put them somewhere. But that's a debate for another day. So yeah, the newest coral we got is this blushing coral of Claudia something. It's I'll put the name of the genus that I believe it is down below, but it is a super cool coral, and I do have to move it. So we will move it a little bit, just so that it is, and you'll see these corals, or these clownfish will try to bite me. But I just want this guy to attach to some rock, because it is just a free-floating cut, healed frag, but yeah. And you can see he's all closed up. But the mother colony, when it gets brushed up by something, it like pulses its polyps like that, and it's really cool. The blushing coral. I'll type the genus in. So yeah. And then we did have some boo-boos, some mistakes we made. Moving coral. This frog spawn, as happy as it looks, I thought I killed it because I went to frag it off of this really fat, like 2-inch disc that it was on, and it was just really awkward to mount. So I went to, as gently as I could, try to like cut it off with my little coral clippers, and it totally like cracked the skeleton in half. So might be able to see, but I like super glued and epoxied the best I could this little dude back together. So, he doesn't seem to be that pissed off. It's definitely smaller than when I got him, but yeah, that's all right. So I just got him in the shade and low flow, just gonna let him heal on his little stand by himself till I think I'm gonna put him like right there. That would be a cool little spot, or maybe right there. Yeah. So for other euphyllias or Firmbiaphyllias, we've got a kind of like splatter branching hammer. And then we've got this other kind of splatter, but it's a purple tip green base. And this one's like the green base or purple stem with the green tips. And then this one I bought as a rainbow hammer. And that one also took a bit of a hit because when I moved it out, I didn't take the polyps down enough. And I apparently like pulled part of it off of the skeleton. So it's kind of pissed off, but I got it in low flow and lower light. It's kind of higher light, but lower light. I'm not running this at 100% at all. So, yeah. And I only have the two random flow generators. They're the 1/4 inch ones. And the Nero 3. I used to have the Nero 5, but I downgraded to a Nero 3. Yep, that's right. It was too big. Nero 5, I think, is too big for a 2-foot tank. So, if you got a 2-foot tank, just get the Nero 3, alright? So, yeah, we got... And then, as I get distracted, this last little frog spawn is like a bicolor. Half the color is blue and half the color is like a splattery green. So I really want to see how that develops, and that'll be nice. Then we got the Gorgonian, the short polyp Gani, the red mushroom, Colostrias, the true Acan Echinata. I love that guy. That, like, if I turn the colors down a little bit, you'll be able to see. That guy is like a true rainbow Acan Echinata. And he was just a single little polyp when I got him. So, hopefully he will do good. And we've got some more Cordia Florida. And then right here is a Alieni Mycetium. Up here is a branching Cyphastria. Just a red branching Cyphastria. That is a cool coral that I've been looking for. So like, it has the shape of an Acropora, but it doesn't die like an Acropora. So that's pretty cool. And then we got this Lithophyllon, this plain green Lithophyllon. Look how much it's colored up. I'll overlay a footage of when I first got it. This thing was like bleached white, and now it's starting to, you can see the new growth is bright green. And it's starting to encrust down on the plug, so I'm happy about that. And it came on this short polyp toadstool. And I like this toadstool. I bought it, this whole thing, for $30. And not just because I had the Lithophyllon, but I think it looks pretty nice, you know? It's got kind of like a bluish base with these white small polyps. And yeah, I think it looks super nice. And I think it'll complement our blushing coral very well with the white polyps and then the dark polyps on that one. So that'll be pretty cool. Then I was talking about the Alveopora. That guy is sad. We've got a Favia or Favites, I'm not sure. But it is a cool kind of color. And then some random Zoas. Homophilia bowerbanki, and more rhodactis mushrooms. So yeah, I really do like this Homophilia bowerbanki. This this guy, I don't know if you can see. The reason I picked it up, it's got just a little bit of green on the polyp, so that's the kind of stuff I look for. That's that little bit of green, right there. I'll see it. Yeah. You can kind of see it. But yeah, that guy, super puffed up. So yeah, I know this might be a long-winded video, but I like making these, and my system shouldn't be too hard to replicate, but who knows if I'm doing anything right. I did also stop using tap water. For you guys who know me as the tap water guy, I recently got a 4-stage RO unit, so that is going well. Coming in at 28 TDS, coming out at 0. So we'll see if this helps with any of the algae issues or coral issues. But I think we are going to be heading down a path of good coral growth and good coral color with a pretty simple setup. As long as I stay consistent and keep everything healthy. That's kind of what I try to do. I've got a bunch of stuff and additives here, but who really knows if any of that's helping or making it worse. But yeah, it's not a whole lot of additives. I mean, it's just food. I'm probably overfeeding because I like to feed. Who doesn't like to feed these hungry freaking mouths? Or just fish. And I know I ramble a lot, but yeah. Peace out, guys. I'll see you in the next video, and I guess I can turn that on, and then we'll get out of here. So, yeah, peace.